Hey, you smell that, brothers? That's the smell of gulag time. Hey, boys, just like the Soviet economy in the 1980s, it's me, Declining Productions here, back in Prison Architect. I know it's been a very long time, and I'm very sorry I've taken a bit of a big break from this game, but don't worry, I got something good to bring you back into the fold. Also, P.S. there's only a couple more days left on the giveaway for Victoria 2, so enter, link in the description. Also, leave a like. You know, every time I play Prison Architect, it always seems to end up in some sort of left-wing authoritarian dictatorship gulag simulator, but now it's time for the real deal. That's because I'm finally using the Gulag mod, which is kind of in the name. It just makes stuff real gulaggy, and this is the closest guy that looks like Stalin in the lineup of wardens we can choose, so hey Stalin! Ah, feel that, comrades? That's the Siberian winter, and you can't actually feel anything. That was a bit of a weird question, considering you are currently freezing to death. Oh, hey, look, they actually put a P in front of your money now instead of a dollar sign, because we're in Russia, obviously. And the P stands for Putin, or pussy, depends how horny you are. You can tell it's a Russian prison, because every single one of the workmen has his own revolver. Don't worry, prisoners, the revolvers are for the wildlife, the Kalashnikovs are for the prisoners. I'm gonna be real, yeah, I only got a small plan here. The plan's pretty much I'm gonna have two separate holding cells, no actual cells so far. I'm gonna have max security guys in one and lower security guys in the bottom. So, you know, you got all your murderers, then you got all your, like, lesser murderers. Right, we got all this decked out down here in the first holding cell. We got ourselves a nice little setup. We're not gonna make any cells today, though, because that's a bit too capitalistic in my opinion. We need to keep it nice and simple. By simple, I mean... Wait, is he asking for luxuries? In my gulag? I was arrested for truly heinous crimes. Anti-Soviet propaganda. And he also did a little bit of kidnapping, but more anti-Soviet. Clearly, you being in prison has taught you nothing. Always a good sign when you're 5 days in and already someone's dead. Don't worry about it.
You see, comrade, with revolver in hand, we learn how to research cleaning extra fast. Simply shoot floor and stand go away. And by stand, I mean capitalist.
You see, no one's safe from my gulag. We've even got Jesus in here, he's also the Resurrector mod, which he goes around and does Jesus things like breathing life into people. Where exactly he breathes life into them from? You don't want to know. Right, we really need to go ahead and research deployment now so we can separate where our max security places are going to be and our min security places are going to be. And then we need to go ahead and accept a whole bunch of bad guys. You know, I'm not 100% sure how I feel about Jesus being in my prison going around resurrecting all the people I've been killing. Especially people who are not reporting trees. Oh my god, 10 years in prison. Right, we got our deployment research, and now we're going to go ahead and get some prisoners in for us to do some vile experimentation on. Voice too little. We got to pump these numbers up. Nothing like a bunch of naked Russian sweaty men in Siberia. Oh, this guy's in for anti-Soviet propaganda. Nah, my friend. Solitary straight in there for you, buddy. Never trust me with any sort of power over people. Just honestly don't. If there's ever an apocalypse, then you all come to me for help in like rebuilding society. You're gonna have a lot of trouble. Why is there just a door here? Who on earth just left this door here? Is someone gonna claim this door? You know, if you look closely in this big Russian blob of people trying to get some food, you can actually see Jesus in there just hanging out, really. Although I don't know why Jesus is in there anyway, considering, you know, he is God. I'm assuming he doesn't have to eat. Especially willingly eat whatever prison food we've got here. Don't worry about that. They just tripped. Welcome to maximum security side of the prison where we've got the most horrible criminals like this guy who did blackmail. Yeah, there's not much of a criteria as to who comes up here. Although this guy is a bit of a mixed bag. He's a murderer, a relative of a treasoner, and most importantly, an anti-Soviet propaganda traitor! A water pipe has burst and is flooding the area. I don't know, I kind of like that though. It kind of fits my aesthetic of everything just falling apart around me. Yeah, so when I made these two areas, I didn't really find a place for the actual minimum security guys. I just made a medium and a max security. So these minimum security guys, I think it's only fair that we put them in maximum security, because you never know what these guys might get up to. Oh, that's just not in good spirit. As soon as I put in cells for the very few minimum security people, they all start escaping. The minimum security I got an idea. Do the only rational thing I can think of, which is putting down landmines outside of every single one of their toilets, so if they ever try to tunnel out, they'll run into a bit of an issue. Want that? Oh, don't worry about it. We just had a small accident where like 12 or so prisoners fell over. Oh man, I'm trying to like build my wall up here, but just like Donald Trump, it's sufficient fun! The prisoner appeared to have stepped right into my trap, and by trap I mean he probably walked straight onto like 10 pounds of explosives I put in the field. You know what, you build a maximum security prison out the niceness of your heart just for these people, and they just go ahead and they just demand more and more. This guy wants a bed! A bed! In this day and age! Yeah, I was wondering why my maximum security prison wasn't getting any food, and then that's because I realized I didn't put a door on the kitchen, so they've just been trapped there for I don't know how long. Yeah, I'm really starting to like get a bit miffed off by this Jesus guy. Like, this guy is unconscious in his own vomit and blood over here, and Jesus is just balancing on the barbed wire. What the hell, Jesus? Well, you know, I'm not going to judge you for what you're doing there. Okay, I'm just pretending I didn't see any. Appears that Jesus has run into a bit of a runtime error. Hold on. We'll have to wait for your second coming, Christ. There you go, look, Jesus is back, and he's just standing in the road. It looks cold out there, Jesus, and you might get ran over. You might actually just straight up get ran over. You know what, people just can't help but kill each other in my prison. This wasn't even a battle royale. There's just people going at it like madmen. But I got an idea. Did you ever just walk across the Siberian wasteland with like a revolver and a toilet in hand? I know I do. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Jesus, but he's kind of a runtime error, so we're just going to sack him once more just because he's not really doing his job. And oh, I just saved his life from that truck. Oh, the CEO wants me to do some experimenting on my prisoners. Well, that sounds right up my alley. Let me get straight into it, Mr. CEO. I'll have the results to you. Oh, it's coming back all of a sudden. You desire not to implement. You just gave me the mission! What the hell? He just keeps calling me back, telling me I failed. You won't even let me have a chance to do your damn experiment. What the hell, Mr. CEO? Why is there just a dude with a turban on over here? He's handcuffed already and he's injured, but he's not trying to escape. He's just having a jog. So after failing the CEO's mission like 500 times because he kept giving me the same call, I'm kind of in need of money. So we're gonna have to go over what the quote-unquote safe limit on the number of prisoners we should have here, because I'm very broke. Yeah, every time I resort to like getting a bunch of prisoners in to just give me some quick money, it never seems to go right. But this time, I think it's gonna go swimmingly. You know, this seems like it wouldn't be a really big issue. Oh, Jesus is back, and straight away he's in the cantina again. Jesus, you greedy prick. Yeah, you know, I'm not one to say that maybe I've made a bad decision here, but this does look a little bit overcrowded. Just a tiny smidge. Oh, I looked away for a second and 13 people died. We'll just pretend like that it's going up. It's actually going up. We need to get a cleanup crew in here pretty damn quick. Uh-oh, the mayor's calling me. The media have started a campaign of the amenities granted to prisoners, and it's bringing a lot of heat to my office. I'm passing a bill which bans exercise equipment. I was about to say, what amenities? These guys don't even have food anymore. But yeah, sure, I'll take away the weights. Oh god, I also got a call from the CEO. Can we just pretend like we're not home? We're on a very busy call. We're trying to do stuff for the mayor. Okay, so yeah, 16 people died. All right, the mayor's back. What? Right, we got criminal negligence. So as long as 3 more people don't die in like the next 9 hours, we should be completely fine. We just got to watch out for anyone that's almost. Okay! Yeah, but you see, the real chump move here is that they actually imprisoned me in the prison that I built, which is, you guys clearly aren't that clever, because I know all the secret ways out, and all we need to do is break into this room over here, and we will be free and out and ready to build a new prison. And I think I just got shot to death. Thankfully, in the Soviet Union, time travel exists, so we can go back in time to back when we didn't mess up and fix everything. Oh god, we've reports of sickness from a number of prisoners. Okay, yeah, that's nothing, alright. We got plenty of sickness around here in the gulag. God, there's like a new bug every other day. We don't need to worry about it, don't worry. I'm sure it's completely fine. And Jesus will take care of Jesus. There's a lot of dead people. There's also a lot of green people. Why are they all turning into Shrek? Right, I know a lot of you guys are going to be questioning why I have a big fat dead man handcuffed in the kitchen right next to where all the other food supplies are. And I'd like to give you an answer, but honestly, you don't want to know. Wait a second. Why is Jesus taking a shower with that dude? What the hell's going on here? What type of gulag is this? Jesus Christ!